Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL HQ for the Town Hall 12 live update. This is going to be fantastic. You're wondering who I am. I'm Lee D-Man Smith, and of course, I'm going to be joining you throughout this. But you don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from two experts of Clash of Clans. And of course, starting off, we're going to be having Klaus Gaming. You know him. You love him. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me. It is time to have a good time, if you know what I mean.
Joining him, of course, is going to be Woody to try and keep him in check throughout the day.
Howdy, guys. Clash of Clans has never seen an update like this before.
I've never seen so much American either. But yeah, let's talk about the update to begin with, of course. This is all about Town Hall 12. We've seen the patch. We've seen the community manager giving us the spiel. But you guys have had hands-on experience. How do you feel?
Town Hall 12 is huge. I mean, the update is absolutely massive, guys. We're having a new troop. We're having a brand new troop type in the siege machines. And we have new levels of everything. I mean, like, we have never seen an update this big in Clash of Clans since Clash of Clans was released.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been years, right, since Town Hall 11 came out. Finally, we have 12, and it brings us some awesome things. The Electro Dragon, a Giga Tesla, 2 awesome siege machines. I can't wait to see these battles in action.
And of course, you're not going to be listening to us just talking about it. We're going to be showing you the action in real time, in real life, all live happening behind us. It is going to be a 5v5 battle between a bunch of YouTubers that are, you're going to know these faces. You're going to know who exactly you're up against. And they are going to have something to give away at the end of this.
Absolutely right, guys. So for the winners of this war, again, 5v5 players from all over the world, the winners are going to take home 100,000 gems apiece. And no, that's not to gem their walls, ladies and gentlemen. That is for you. That is for the viewers. That is for their subscribers, their followers. So be sure and give all of them a follow down below. And also remember, the people that don't win are still going to get gems, which is very unusual.
But cool. Woody, that's not all.
Oh, what's that?
You're getting gems as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, 50,000 gems for each of the players on the losing team. And Klaus and I will get to share 75,000 gems apiece. Ooh. So some nice to send to the folks at home. Make sure to follow them all on the social medias, whatever channel they're on, to get more news on that.
Yeah, so it's going to be fantastic stuff. So let's meet the team. Starting off, it's the Blue Dragons.
정말 클래시 오브 클랜에 있는 마을을 잘 표현해 놓은 것 같고 또한 13레벨의 그 색깔과 잘 표현을 해 놓은 것 같습니다.
I expect from the event that we will see a lot of cool attacks, and I think the most exciting point about the update is that there's so much changing, there's so much new things to discover.
A lot of growth that's going to come, but I think it's going to be very exciting times to see everything working up and moving towards a different goal.
The update is absolutely necessary for our community, and I'm very excited.
What I like the most of the update, I think, is the Electro Dragon. I think it's super cool, the image and the animation.
I'm really hyped for facing the opponents face to face.
I'm super excited. I know I'm going to be on Team Itsu, and I think we're coming home with a win today.
I think we will face the red team, and hopefully we'll win them.
I expect that my team is going to kick some butt.
우리 팀에는 이추가 있고 또한 300만 구독자를 가지고 있는 알바로도 있고 또 든든한 클래시 랜드 또한 미녀 레이디 B가 있고 또 제가 있습니다. 그렇기 때문에 모든 갖출 것은 갖췄습니다. 이제 전쟁만 하면 됩니다.
So welcome to the war room, ladies and gentlemen, of the Blue Dragons. Joining me for this is obviously the whole team, but we're going to be talking to Itsu and Lady B here. Itsu, you're the team captain. You're going to be the Town Hall 12 man and the master. A lot of people know exactly what you're all about. So how are you going to surprise people, and what are you looking forward to using here?
I try to surprise people with using the new troops, the new mechanics in the game, and hopefully we see some truffles.
Okay, so you're well known for experimental defenses, trying all sorts of things. You've had your hands on this. I watched you downstairs. I can see there's 2 iPads in your hand right now. You've been practicing hard for this. Anything special you got sorted out?
Hopefully, maybe you will see it on the live stream. So just cross the fingers.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see it. Now, Lady B, unfortunately, you are Town Hall 10 in this battle, which is a challenge in itself, right?
It is. I'm kind of here. I really don't want to let the team down. I'm going to be the only 10 there. I don't want my guys to have to dip. So the pressure's on me for that.
And anything special? You're going to be just scouting? You're going to be getting gifts from these guys?
I'm going to do a little scouting, but I'm also going to go 10v10 as well. And yes, I am going to get a very nice gift from them. I get to use the Siege machine, and that's all new territory for Town Hall 10. It's going to be super exciting. I think everyone will be pumped to see it in action for 10.
All right, well, best of luck, guys. Let's see what their opposition is. Of course, it's the Red Balloons.
やっぱりタウンホール12っていう大型アップデートがやってきたんで、これによってさらにユーザーが注目するようなそういったねイベントもゲームになってほしいなって思います。
The update is very, very big, and I think the siege machines and new troops, the electric dragons, are very, very special.
Different compositions, more life to a lot of players that are in war. I'm just expecting a lot of change, and people can learn from while they're watching the stream.
たくさんのいろんな施設のレベルが追加されたので、やっぱりこう村の育成、これがねすごい楽しみだなって思いますね。
For Italian people, this is an incredible update. I've been waiting for the Town Hall 12 for so long. It's going to revolutionize the game. Look, I'm so happy.
I think the setup is wonderful, and I would like to play every war in such setup.
The team setup, we do have some really cool players, really strong names in the tournament.
I hope I will see a wonderful and fascinating event.
And welcome to the War Room, ladies and gentlemen, of the Red Balloons. I'm joined by the team here. They're going to take on the Blue Dragons. It's going to be tough. Kesuke, you're all the way from Japan for this one. How excited are you for Town Hall 12?
I'm very exciting. Okay, look. I love Crush of Gold. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you, yes.
Very excited about it. What are you excited about, particularly with the new units?
I love Giga Tesla. Yes, very. Okay. Look. Subscribe me my channel. Okay. So, sorry.
Okay, so the Giga Tesla, of course, that's the Town Hall 12. He's going to be the Town Hall 12, but Godson, you're going to be Town Hall 10. We just heard from Lady B. How is it going to be for you as a Town Hall 10 player up against these 11s and 12s?
Well, you know, the Town Hall 10s are getting wrecked. Just the Electric Dragons are just so strong, but I'm confident that our team is really good and we're going to have a good war. So I'm just looking to help out my team, that's all.
Is there anything in particular that you're going to be able to do? Obviously, you're going to be getting gifted from these guys to try and help with some siege engines, maybe?
Yeah, you know, I think my role is just to be a scout, just to help them out and find out where the traps are. As a Town Hall 10 is like the new Town Hall 9. So, you know, just doing what I can as a Town Hall. But I think I can 3-star this with the base that I'm going up against.
Ooh, 3-star. We'll see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Red Balloons. Let's get down to the commentators to get the games underway.
Thanks very much, D-Man. With Town Hall 12 dropping very soon, that means that this is actually going to be the very first Town Hall 12 war ever. I cannot wait to see which of these players is going to get the first 3-star on a Town Hall 12 base. What about you, Klaus?
That's right. It will be a world record, if you can say that. Absolutely a world record. There's players from all over the world here today. And the first 3-star we see will be the first ever. So I think that that definitely deserves a subscribe on these wonderful people's channels already. But not only because you want the gems, but because they're amazing content creators. And today's battles are going to be absolutely insane, showcasing all of the new content.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great chance to learn what the best base layouts are going to be, what the best army compositions are going to be for attacking these new bases. These guys know better than anyone else because they've had their hands on the game for a couple of days to experiment, to try to figure out the best way to crack these bases and to figure out the best way to make use of the new siege machines.
That's right. And speaking of siege machines, they are available for cooking or training up for those Town Hall 12s. But as you know, and as was spoken earlier before, there are Town Hall 10s and 11s also in this war. Why? Well, that's because the Town Hall 10s and 11s can request those siege machines in their clan castle. So we're going to be able to enjoy those. They're having a party in behind us. And on top of that, we're going to be able to enjoy the Electro Dragon coming available for Town Hall 11s.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're taking a look now at the center stage where the players are donning their headphones. They're powering up their devices, going to take a look at their villages and figure out which troops to create for their armies. Now, you can't just prep your entire war in the hours before. They might have had a chance to see these bases that they're going up against, but they're actually going to have to on the fly react to the scouting information that they're going to get from their fellow clanmates and try to develop the best armies possible to get as many stars as possible to win the war. Now, if they are tied on stars, how does that resolve?
A tiebreaker is won by the total percentage, the total destruction. So you will see these guys, if the attack falls just short of the 3-star, they're going to let their attack run out because one building in one attack among these 20 could make the difference between the win and the loss. So you're going to see these people, they're going to be very patient and they're not going to close out of the attack early.
Well, speaking of patient, I am not patient. I want to get into the matches. Let's go ahead and meet our very first player. His name is Itsu. He will be playing for the Blue Dragons. Itsu, we are very excited to have you here today. Who will you be attacking first?
Yeah, that's right. So we have Itsu. He is gearing up and ready. Of course, we're going to see a good attack from him first. But before we get into the attacks, we need to introduce everybody else. We have Ken over on the red team. Yeah, and the crowd goes wild. Got to love that. I can scarcely hear myself while they're cheering. It's amazing.
Ken's from China. Next up, we have Clashland from Brazil representing the Blue Dragons.
Oh, man. Yes, the crowd. This crowd, there's not 1,000 of them, but, man, they sound loud. Next up, we have Keisuke. Keisuke hailing all the way from Japan, like I said. The crowd goes wild yet again. These guys are loved by this crew. Gotta love it.
They certainly are. Yeah, that's right. We're in the ESL headquarters, and they're giving lots of applause for our friends here today. Take a look at BM from Korea.
And the crowd quiets down as they prepare for the next person. And here we have on the screen, we have Arsenic from France. And of course, these guys are going to be trying to lock down on the 3 stars in every case, in every situation. They're very excited to go at it.
Next up is Alvaro845 from Spain. An absolute superstar leader of Team Queso will be representing the Blue Dragons as a Town Hall 11 today.
That is right. And then, of course, over on the red team, Red Balloons, we have Fede from Italy. And a lot of love for the Italians here. A lot of love. Very exciting as well.
Absolutely. But back home from our home country of the USA, it's Lady B.
Birdie.
She'll be playing Town Hall 10 today for the Blue Dragons.
That's right, and coming in the 10th place, not because he's 10th, but because he's best, we have Godson! Godson clapping it up, clapping for himself. Of course, he deserves all the props he can get.
Town Hall 10 player for the Red Balloons. These two teams will be duking it out 5v5. Now, for those of you who are needing a little refresher, each player gets 2 attacks to use on bases that their opponents have constructed for this war in specific, but they'll have access to all the new troops. Well, the 2 new siege machines and the new troop, the Electro Dragon. They'll also have access to higher level troops and a newly balanced set of buildings and troops that have caused a little bit of a stir in the competitive community. What's one of the big changes that you've seen so far?
There's intense changes. I mean, buffs and nerfs to every troop, obviously new levels for every troop as well. We're seeing a better, what I'm most excited about is the improved miner in the speed. But why are we talking about it, Woody? Let's just get straight into the action. Let's have a chat with Itsu.
Sounds good.
Itsu, who are you going to be attacking today?
I will go first for Keisuke.
All right. Well, best of luck to you in that.
I think he saw a little bit of showboating you from Keisuke. He liked the style pulling out his I love COC from his jacket there. So he's going to take him down a notch, maybe. Itsu is known for being an amazing base builder, but also a very strategic attacker. He'll be using a Town Hall 12 attack against another Town Hall 12 base.
Absolutely. We have the first ever Town Hall 12 attack to be seen public on stream, and it's going to be absolutely crazy. And you can see Keisuke, he is taunting right now. He is ready. He is excited to be attacked by the one and only Itsu. The attack is going to be, well, I think legendary. The first Town Hall 12 attack
I certainly think
that we've ever seen.
Yeah, Keisuke not short on confidence by any means, egging his opponent on. Can you get the job done? Itsu will look to try to get that Town Hall. That's the big blue building, kind of at the 3 o'clock position in the center of the base. And to destroy that, that'll get him 1 star. He'll get another star if he manages to destroy 50% of this base. And then the third and final star is earned if he gets 100% destruction. That's the goal, but even if he doesn't make it all the way there, we'll make sure to keep track of the destruction and figure out which team wins in the end.
That's right. Like we said earlier, a tiebreaker is decided by the total percentage if the stars are the same. But as you can see, we have 2 brand new features in the game right now. The battle blimp, which just erupted, and of course, a line of these lightning electro dragons, nice and blue. And if you pay close attention, you'll notice that those electro dragons, their lightning damage, their chain lightning damage hits not 1, not 2, but 5 buildings at once. It is it's a thing to behold.
It certainly is. So much damage and also so many hit points on them. I don't even know if I've seen a single one go down yet. They are just sweeping through this base, causing massive destruction everywhere they go. But when they do go down, you'll notice that lightning spell effect. That is triggered by the death of the Electro Dragon.
That's right, that electrodragon death damage. And oh, look at that, Itsu throwing down lightning spells, trying to destroy that Town Hall. There is like half
those were the Electro Dragons dying, right? At the Town Hall.
I was distracted looking at you. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, so when the Electro Dragon dies, that was so close, almost grabbing that Town Hall, but now it's coming down to the last few buildings. And of course, you want to remember that that queen still has her ability, and it was she was saved by the ability from the Inferno Tower.
Oh my goodness. What a clean sweep. 4 Electro Dragons still alive, a couple of balloons, and both of the heroes still down there at the bottom to provide some more cover. Well played to Itsu.
Oh boy, now that attack that had a lot of shock and awe in that attack, I think. Itsu really brought it, and I was electrified by it. How about you?
Oh, I certainly was too. Yeah, 3 stars, 100%. That is exactly what the Blue Dragons wanted to start off with, and I gotta say, Itsu must be very proud with his performance there. Was there anything that you could have done to improve that attack?
No. Well, there's always ways to improve everything, but the results speak for themselves. He got the 3-star. That's what he was wanting. And I say we kick over to Itsu and see what he is, see how he feels about the attack, see if he thinks he could have made any improvements.
That's a great idea. Why don't we go ahead and Itsu over on the Blue Dragons team. Itsu, how did that attack go? Are you satisfied with yourself?
I was a little bit nervous in the beginning when the dragons circled the Town Hall, because normally you want to get rid of the Town Hall really early, especially on Town Hall 12 with the Giga Tesla. So that was a little bit nerve-wracking, but after that, I saw how many dragons are actually still alive, and yeah.
They are just so powerful. Were you really impressed with the battle blimp there early on? It got to deliver one of your lava hounds closer to the battle, too.
I feel like they're really strong because they can trigger a couple of black mines already, and especially on arrow attacks, that's really nice. So after that, they tanked, I think, 1 or 2 air defenses and the single Inferno Tower, so that's really nice for dragon attacks, especially since the single Inferno Towers are a huge counter for that.
Well, very well done. I know that we can't wait to get started with the next attack. Klaus, what do you have to say about that last one?
Well, like Itsu said, the use of the battle blimp, absorbing some of those black seeking air mines, those things are death for the dragons, death for anything that flies, by the way. And so the fact that that battle blimp was able to absorb some of those traps to keep his dragons alive, to carry him through the attack, obviously it went exactly the way Itsu was wanting. And now Blue Dragons are up 3-0.
They are up, but they've used one of their attacks, and it's up to the red balloons to try to turn things around right now. I have a feeling that we're going to have another big, heavy Town Hall 12 hit coming in soon. See if we can return fire and get things tied up here. What do you think is up next?
Well, I believe it is Ken that is up next at Town Hall 12, kind of the team captain of Team Red Balloon. So, Ken, who will you be attacking?
I'm going to Clashland.
Clashland.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, best of luck to you for attacking, trying to get that 3-star.
Attacking the Brazilian Town Hall 12 setup over here. Clashland has got a really strong base. I'm curious to see if Ken can crack it. Now, Ken is really well known in the Chinese community for being an amazing Clash of Clans attacker. He's built some really interesting armies during our practice runs, and I'm interested to see how it goes in the real live event now.
Absolutely, and we saw Ken in practice. I mean, we were involved in their practice, just kind of having fun. And Ken was throwing around some hog riders, and we have yet to see any hog riders. So I'm kind of excited to see what attack strategy he actually throws down in this attack. Of course, it depends all on the base, and it looks like, oh, we guessed it. Ken is bringing the Clash, the Hog Riders, and I'm so stoked to see these things in action. One of my favorite troops in the game.
Keeping things a bit more grounded here, I like it. He's got the Hog Riders, a few Bowlers, even some Giants to stoke some damage. But the thing I'm really looking forward to is, oh yeah, right at that left side, we've got the Wall Wrecker coming on in. 2 hits even destroys those super high-level walls.
That's right, and I believe it's actually 2 hits for the max Town Hall 12 walls as well. And it is just an absolute monster. It goes directly toward that Town Hall, no matter where it's deployed, whether there's a wall in the way or a defense in the way. It doesn't matter, that thing goes straight for it.
Lots of damage, takes out that Town Hall early, but Ken is looking to try to get the 3-star here, and that's a very big, well-developed base. But there go the Hog Riders up on the top, the calls echoing throughout the map. We've got about 30 of them getting healed up now. What's going on, Klaus? Are they going to be able to make it to the bottom Inferno Tower?
You know, he's got 4 heal spells. Well, now he only has 2, but he's already deployed 2. He's got 2 left. 4 heal spells left, and that is the key for these Hog Riders. Keeping them alive is those heal spells. He's also got a Queen with the Queen ability. So at this point, I say he's looking pretty good. Very, very nice heal spell right there, by the way. That was beautiful. Healing up in the face of that giant bomb. He's only got a few defenses left, and again, that Queen, that Queen is, she's struggling right now. Can't she get that double cannon?
Oh, man.
In the last second.
Giant bombs and bomb towers are very difficult for the Hog Rider to be able to make it through, but once they finally clear out the last defense, which they've just done, they'll start turning those hammers onto the skeletons, finishing those off, and they'll have an easy ride through the rest of the base. And look at the Queen. She actually survives. A level 60 Archer Queen has just enough hit points to survive that entire base layout, and she'll help out a lot in the cleanup process. Looks like Ken is well on his way to a 3-star hit.
That's right. It looks like Ken is sitting on about 8-ish Hog Riders, which is a very nice ending to a Hog attack. His Queen looks like all you have to do is kind of like look at her wrong and she would die because she has no health left. And all there is left is, they're going to go for this King. Who's going to win the battle? 8 Hogs or a single level 60 King? This is not looking good. It looks like
He's smashing them, but the
they got
buildings
it in
are
time.
finished.
It didn't matter. The buildings went down, and that's the 3-star for Ken.
Top 10 enemy betrayals of 2018. The Barbarian King failing to protect the buildings. Doesn't matter if he's standing up at the end. It's the buildings that count. Once they go down and there's no more left, it's 100% victory for Ken from the Red Balloons.
That's right, and that was an exciting ending. I was so focused on the Hog Riders trying to survive that everything else cleaned up all the buildings on the outside, and he ended up with a triple with the King standing. As Woody said there, he got the triple, so we actually have 2 Town Hall 12 triples in a row. First 2 attacks of this stream, and that's got to be a world record, right, for Town Hall 12 3-stars?
Certainly, yeah. That really speaks to the offensive capabilities of these players. I think it would be great if we could get in touch with Ken, though, to learn a little bit more about his strategies. Ken, would you please tell us about that last attack?
But that was
talks.
Ken, we're having a little trouble hearing you. Could you maybe move that microphone a little closer to your mouth?
Oh, sorry. Okay. I think a little bit lucky because I'm afraid that my outrider will be killed by the skeleton. But I think lucky, and we hope that our luck will bring us to the trophy. Yeah.
It's 10% luck, but 90% work. You really put in a lot of effort on that one. Congratulations on that hit.
A microphone.
Yeah, very nicely done. So we had what he says was a bit of luck. What we say is a bit of skill. What do you guys think at home? Let us know in the chat there on the live stream or in the video comments section. And remember, we're celebrating the new Town Hall 12 update. We're here in Cologne, Germany at ESL headquarters, and there's almost 1 million gems on the line. Not for us or them, for you that are watching at home. So be sure and subscribe. All of the links are down below in the description.
Absolutely. Town Hall 12 is an update like no other. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are looking forward to giving you more attacks, more awesome bases to check out. And in that spirit, why don't we go ahead and talk to our next player? His name is Alvaro. We've got Alvaro here. Alvaro with the Blue Dragons. Tell us, who are you going to be attacking?
I think I'm going to attack my Italian friend Ferre and see what happens.
Oh, there we go. All right. Well, best of luck to you, Alvaro. Best of luck to you, my man. Wow. Okay, well then there we go. We have some Town Hall 11 3-star attempts here. Alvaro being 11, hitting Fede, his Town Hall 11 compatriot on the other side of the war map. It's going to be a throwdown. Now, what can we think of or what can we look for that's new for all of the players out there who might not quite be ready to go to Town Hall 12, but may still be at Town Hall 11?
Yeah, it's a fair question. So at Town Hall 11, you'll get access to the new Electro Dragon. All you got to do is upgrade your barracks and you'll get it easy peasy. After that, you can also actually use the new siege machines. You just have to get one of your clanmates to donate it to your CC.
That's right. So that is a big, big change. With the siege machine, you're able to, for lack of a better term, Trojan horse your clan castle into the base, deploy them where you want. Obviously the wall wrecker wrecks walls. I mean, that's kind of its function. And then, of course, you have all the supporting troops in behind. And look at what Alvaro is coming at this base with: a Queen Walk and a Bow Witch. We have bowlers and witches.
Yes, absolutely. That's a big old ground-based assault here on the bottom right corner here. Trying to make their way onto the Eagle first. That's a big threat to this ground-based attack here. You want to keep your witches alive and in the back as much as possible. That lets them spawn those skeletons and get a few shots up. Now, there's going to be a balance change of these witches also. I noticed that they aren't spawning quite as few skeletons, but they hit quite hard with that main attack. Tell me what's going on in the center of the base, though, Klaus.
That's right. So he has his jump spells leading into the core. He is hoping to take out that final Inferno Tower. That King, unfortunately, goes down, and all the bowlers go the wrong direction. It's looking a little bit uncertain here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, without that final...
bomb.
Oh, and that giant bomb was in the perfect position. Fede knew that those troops were going to be heading that direction. Unfortunately, even the Grand Warden dies. If he cannot get this Inferno down, you can probably count this one out.
Well, it isn't going to be a 3-star, it looks like. But so far, he's done a good job taking out this Town Hall in the bottom left corner. Alvaro with the 2-star so far, and he still has a Queen Walk that's going to get a little bit more percentage over here.
That's right, and of course, we don't want to forget the one lowly minion out here. That is going to collect percentage for us. And remember that every single building and every single attack and every war matters. You do not want to close out of your attack early if you think you have failed. There is no such thing as a failure. All there is successes and scouts. And at this case, I think Alvaro is going to probably want to call this one yeah, with that queen dying. Yeah, that minion probably won't get the 3-star for us.
Might not, but you know, it's going to get as many percentage points as it can, whittling away at that elixir storage over there on the right side. I just want to take a moment. Can you zoom out real quick and show us some of the newly upgraded buildings? Are there any to show off right now?
Yes, there is. Well, it's actually a new skin. It's actually not a new level. This is Town Hall 11. The 11 is not getting any new levels, but what 11 is getting is a few changes to the graphics. Of course, we have the new Archer Tower with the green banners hanging off each of the sides there. And of course,
the healers too. Take a look at the healers real quick.
The healers are, I didn't even... Okay.
A beautiful blue dress right before she goes down.
Never mind. We don't want to... Poor healer. All right. So, and look at that. I don't know if that minion's going to be able to pull that one off.
Oh, he wants some more gold. He's hungry for the gold. Is that a minion or a goblin? I can't quite tell.
It's definitely one or the other for sure. So with the 79% 2-star, Alvaro, I just don't know if you're going to get that 80%, my man. But you can ride this one out if you'd like to. One thing I do want to mention is the wall wrecker going through the base, even though the Town Hall was on the outside. We'll look at that again later, but it's just a very, very interesting game mechanic to mention.
Sure is. Does a ton of damage to those walls. Well played to Alvaro. Got that 79% 2-star. Very solid attack. Might provide some inspiration to his fellow Town Hall 11 players on his team to try to maybe get that third one later on. Well played to Ferry, though. He's happy about his defense there, giving a little fist pump into the air.
Yeah, exactly. So it's always a victory for somebody in the studio, whether it's the attacker or the defender. And again, there is never a real fail. Again, you've got teammates, you've got clanmates, so you can say, hey, this would have went perfect had I done this differently. And then your teammate can pull out the 3-star. So again, there's no such thing as a failure. There's scouts and there's successes. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to be able to pull out the 3-star later on.
I think you've got a good point that you've made there, Klaus. But why don't we go ahead over to the Blue Dragon side? Alvaro has got something to say about that last game. Alvaro, what do you think went right? What do you think went wrong?
I think just the bowlers just spread too much in the core of the base, so they didn't make it to the last Inferno Tower, and that was the end for me.
It might have stopped your Archer Queen walk a little bit short, but you did get the 2-star. Are you happy about that?
Yeah, and a good percentage as well. But hopefully one of my guys can clean the base and get the 3rd star.
Absolutely. Well, there's no shame in that, and absolutely, he's got the right thing. I keep pressing that team effort, and it's even more advantageous that they're in the studio together because they can literally just go, hey, do this differently, and it's right there as opposed to using the clan chat. But let's have an overview here, Woody. It is 3-5 red balloons at a deficit of 2 stars versus Blue Dragons, and red balloons has only used 1 attack, so they have a chance of pulling ahead here, and the score actually being 6-5. Very, very exciting. It's staying pretty close at this point.
Yeah, quite close. We're going to see if the content creators out here on the red balloon side can keep up the momentum that Itsu was able to get started for them there. A 3-5 score so far. It's hard to say this early in the game who's ahead, but remember, the winner is going to be able to go home with 100,000 gems for each member of their team. Losers get 50,000, but you gotta be on the winning side on this point if you want to get all the gems at your disposal.
Absolutely. And of course, remember, those gems are not for them. They're for the audience. So be sure and subscribe in the links down below in the video description. Now, let's have a chat with Arsenic. Arsenic will be the next attacker. Arsenic, who will be your victim?
I'm going to attack Alvaro.
Alvaro. Excellent. All right. Well, best of luck to you, sir.
Interesting. He sees Alvaro's attack and he says, you know what? I think if that's how he attacks, how is he going to defend? Is he going to be able to hold up for the 3-star, or is he going to get cracked? I'm interested to see if he winds up using a different style of attack, though. We saw a Town Hall 11 attack there, making use of the new Siege machine. What do you think could be opened up in terms of possibility for an Electro Dragon attack from a Town Hall 11?
A Town Hall 11 can train, yet again, the Electro Dragons, even though it is the new troop and the new Town Hall is Town Hall 12. The Town Hall 11s are gaining access to the Electro Dragons. So you could see, just like traditional Town Hall 7 mass dragon attacks, where you just kind of want to funnel the corners with maybe one Electro Dragon on each side and then throw in the rest of your dragons and try to do that core dive. That is essentially what you're going to be looking for with these dragons, but there's also other ways to 3-star a base, and as you can see, Arsenic sitting on this base, he has, look at that, 28 balloons, Woody. He's not messing around with these balloons.
No, he is not. That is going to be a massive aerial raid. You know, it really does bring me back to those Town Hall 7 days. I remember playing Mass Dragons back at that point. It's good to see the dragons back in action, but not this time. It's going to be a Lava Lunian attack right now. We've got 2 hounds, 28 balloons, and a few minions to help clean up there at the end. Dealing damage to this Inferno Tower is going to be important, though. Otherwise, it might be able to burn all the way through one of these heavy hitters.
Well, one thing that I have caught onto with the really talented air attackers in war is you will actually see
this queen.
Wait. Oh, the queen!
She goes down too early.
Oh, that was very unfortunate. Oh, I know Arsenic is feeling that one. But it looks like everything else, at this point, everything else is still going according to plan. The attack is not over with yet.
Okay, all right. So where are these Lava Hounds going? I see them up at the top now.
Well, Lava Hounds, obviously, they hang out around an air defense. Okay. But notice that his ground kill squad freed up direct access to that Inferno Tower. So what he was able to do, and should still continue doing, is deploying those balloons directly at that Inferno Tower to take it out. Now,
they did it, though. It's still up. It's still burning out everything that it can.
Oh, yes. You know what? Sometimes you just put one less balloon balloon, then you should. And in that situation, you might as well just keep on rolling. Arsenic knows that the only way to get a 3-star now is to have everything, you know, come together. These balloons, these bowlers, everything come together and kind of hope. I mean, that sometimes it comes down to that.
Gotta hope and pray, man. It was like not even a balloon short of tearing it down. It was like a single lava pup getting one shot that he missed. Kept that right side Inferno Tower up, and there's no hope now for the remainder of this attack out the left lane. Looks like a Baby Dragon going to get a few more percentage points here. 70% overall damage, and I don't know if these minions are going to be able to get much work done. With the Eagle Artillery still up, it's got a really long range, and it looks like they'll be the next target.
That's right, yeah. Oh, it looks like this minion that's about to take out the Collector gets the percentage. That's 71%. And now this minion will be the, you know, I would say
Instantly
the scapegoat.
vaporized.
Yeah, it's completely destroyed. But this, I think this group, yep, there goes the storage. Again, every percentage matters.
Oh,
and,
no, Archer, what are you doing?
Why would you go for the storage?
God, she's just barely out of that range.
How did she survive that? Like,
yeah, she's just like barely at the edge of that crater, but she should have targeted the Collector instead. What are you doing, girl?
Oh,
Goes for the storage and she'll be finished off. 72% though, not too shabby for Arsenic.
Rebellious. Well, there we go. We have the 2-star for Arsenic, 72%. And that actually, coincidentally, ties up this war 5-5.
Ah, interesting. All right, so it's a 5-5 draw now. Arsenic gets the 2-star for 72%, but Alvaro managed to get 79%. So that's a little bit of a lead for the Blue Dragons.
Absolutely. Again, every percentage point matters. So at this current point, if the war ended because the Blue Dragons had the higher